Good morning. I'm Diane Quano from Seacoast Mental Health Center, and this is Jennifer Conley. We're both part of the substance use disorder treatment team here at Seacoast Mental Health Center. And as part of Alcohol Awareness Month, which is the whole month of April, we want to talk to you a little bit about blood alcohol content, drinking and driving, how you can be fooled into believing that you maybe are not as impaired as you really are. You may think you're not as impaired as you really are. So Jen has developed a chart to kind of follow along so you can learn about how blood builds up in the system and how you develop tolerance and what are some of our state rules around drinking and driving.
Okay, thank you, Diane. So what I'd like to start with first is just defining what is tolerance. Tolerance is a measure of how much impairment we may experience at any blood alcohol level. A little bit of the legal part around the blood alcohol level. So the legal limit is 0.08. If a person reaches 0.15, for the risk of a crash increases 22 times. The average blood alcohol level at arrest is 0.15 and 0.18. Typically, if I were to ask someone, how would they know if they were safe to drive? They would typically give me examples of physical impairments. I'm slurring my speech. I may have a hard time walking. I'm a little wobbly. I'm feeling sleepy. When actually the 0.08 is based on mental impairment, a higher level of function around understanding, processing information, being able to make quick decisions, someone pulling out in front of me, stopping in a timely manner, being able to process a light changing from green, yellow to red. So it's a higher level of function that can't be seen outwardly. And as how tolerance changes, so a little more information around tolerance, how tolerance increases is based on quantity and frequency of drinking. So if someone's tolerance goes up and they start to drink more in order to get that same effect, their tolerance is going up. Their blood alcohol level is going up, but their sensitivity to alcohol is actually going down, if that makes sense. So it's taking me more alcohol to get the same feeling that I'm trying to get. And a lot of people consider tolerance as a protective factor. I can manage, I can handle my alcohol, I'm good. You know, that person over there, they only have a few beers and they're sloppy, whereas I'm able to drink a lot more and hold my own. So my driving abilities are fine. And it's actually a risk factor because again, it's the lack of sensitivity to the blood alcohol that I have in my body. Physical tolerance, and the tricky piece around physical and mental tolerance is physical tolerance develops more quickly than mental tolerance. So again, as my quantity and frequency goes up, I become less sensitive and my outward physical impairments are slower. Okay, I may, again, have to drink 6+ beers in order to get that physical impairment. Maybe it's 12. And the mental impairment, so those are getting further and further apart. So now if I'm basing whether I can drive safely off of that, I'm way off. I'm way off. My mental impairment down here, I'm drinking more to get that physical impairment. So I'd like to shift a little over to, so what happens around mental impairment? My judgment becomes impaired, poor decision making. Maybe I choose not to wear a seatbelt. I'm more easily distracted. My balance and coordination, again, that physical impairment's a part of that, but it may not be as obvious. My vision is impaired at that level. My reaction time is impacted. And so someone may hand me the keys and say, oh, you're good. You handle your alcohol, you can drive. So again, tolerance tricks me into believing I'm safe to drive when I may not be. So if I find myself in a situation, there's certain ways that we can avoid drinking and driving impaired. Some of those are designated driver, choosing someone that has not been drinking, okay? Not less than us, just not drinking at all is our suggestion. Also, we have Uber, we have the public transportation, choosing those options if we've been drinking. And also, if we're at a friend's house, just staying the night, and to avoid causing harm on the roads to ourselves or someone else unintentionally. Because a lot of times when people are pulled over, they have no idea that they're beyond the legal limits. They truly believe, they're shocked. Like, I can't believe I'm beyond 0.08. I thought I was fine to drive. I only had a few glasses of wine.
I think the other thing too, important for anyone, if you or your friends, family are having issues with alcohol or alcohol use disorder, or you're not sure what you need, if you've had a loss of license or facing a DUI and you need to come to treatment, we really work with people to overcome barriers to transportation, childcare, and other issues so that you can attend counseling and work your way through. Where am I in this spectrum? Have I started developing tolerance? Have I gone past, the point and ended up in legal trouble because of it? We're here to help you on all levels of that, and just wanted to provide some basic information so that you can make some of the choices that will keep you out of trouble. If you know you're going to be drinking while you're out, plan to have someone with you who's not, or to take some form of other transportation to get back home so that you don't put yourself in a situation where, well, I felt fine to drink, but when you actually get pulled over and they do a breathalyzer, you're 0.15 or 0.17, and you're really shocked. We have people really shocked. I can't believe my blood alcohol level was that high. And it's because physically your tolerance has caused your physical impairment to go down, but your mental impairment is up, like Jen said. So thanks for tuning in, and we hope you have a great month. Give us a call at 603-431-6703, and we'd be happy to help answer any of your questions around alcohol. Thank you.